Hello, welcome to my channel, High Priestess 1111 Tarot. This is a general reading for the eclipse season, starting with the eclipse in Gemini, the partial lunar eclipse in Gemini on November 29th, 2020. This reading is going to pertain through the solar eclipse on December 14th, and likely the energies will continue through the end of the year and into 2021, as eclipse energies are very large shifts in movement and can herald large endings and new beginnings in our lives that stretch beyond just a single week or month. So knowing that it is somewhat fluid, the time, and we are all on different timelines, just know that if you're interested in personal reading, you can schedule directly on my website, highpriestess1111.com. All right, and all the info about connecting with me is below in the description box. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. So there's a choice. And I can tell you, if you're feeling confused, like you're blindfolded and you're not sure which choice, which sword to choose, which path to choose, what choice to make here, eclipses do generally illuminate things and bring clarity where there is confusion. I'll go ahead and shift the camera down once I get some cards on the table here. Calling love and light in the 7 directions. What information do we need right now? Well, the King of Cups. Sensitive, emotional, nourishing, nurturing, mature. Occasionally there is a emotionally manipulative or kind of an emotionally overboard energy with that. It's a Cancer energy. This first card here is air energy, Aquarius specifically. Okay, and then we have the 8 of Pentacles, earth energy. So hard work, having to really put in the work to reap the rewards. But it's stable and it's abundant energy. It just means that it's taken work to get that stability and abundance. All right, and so we have the 3 of Wands. There is a new portal. There's a new opportunity here, a new cycle starting for everyone with this eclipse cycle. And energies you put out into the universe, projects that you've started, love or energy that you've put out that hasn't felt reciprocated, it's going to come back to you. It may not be in the same form as you put it out, but energy is coming back to you here. And I feel like in order to receive that energy, it's important to clear blocks, emotional blocks. This is a 4 of Cups, Cancer energy again. So this is about being so focused on the past and what is in the past that you cannot see the Ace of Cups that's being handed to you by Spirit there. So it's about making peace with the past. This can be a card of feeling apathetic or just like blocked in love, blocked in emotional, stagnant energy here. And there is an offer there. There's an opportunity there. Emotional fulfillment and happiness. You just have to look forward to the future to be able to see the opportunity. Okay, we're going to go ahead and tilt the camera down here. Okay. There we go. So we're going to go ahead and pull a few more cards to clarify these energies, general energies happening for the eclipse cycle. All right. Well, we have the Justice card. So karmas will be righted. You know, where there has been injustice, justice will prevail. If there is a legal matter or something where there needs to be a decision made, that is like an authority figure making a decision, that decision is going to be just and fair. And it's coming right here next to the Devil energy. So the Devil is anywhere that we bind ourselves to codependent patterns in our mind, where we are attached to a situation, a person, a relationship, like a substance or a habit, or a way of thinking. Anything that binds us and that prevents us from moving forward on our path out of fear, out of lack consciousness, out of any of these these bonds of mental slavery that we create for ourselves. And sometimes these are represented or we see them more clearly depicted in the outer world in codependent relationships or addictions or things like that. But they all are generated internally from the mind and our mental patterning. So, there's some blocked energy here, Four of Cups and the Devil. It's where we're holding on to things and not allowing for the flow. But I do feel like there's sort of like cosmic karma coming in. Justice is happening here. If there is a codependent, unbalanced situation, it does feel like that is going to find balance. Libran energy here with the Justice card, and the Devil is Capricorn. Okay, so a couple more wanted to pop out. So we have the Five of Pentacles. It's lack consciousness, feeling abandoned, feeling left out in the cold, unable to access your resources. That goes along very well with this Devil energy here. Places where we have created situations where we feel cut off from the flow. It's also a blocked energy. There's a cut off from the flow of life there. And it's often through situations we've created for ourselves. But I do feel like places where we have been unfairly abandoned, thrown out into the cold, where our resources, we have lacked access to them through unfair circumstances, that those things are going to be righted and justice will prevail, and that the energy you put out, like I said before, that you feel like you don't have access to in this Five of Pentacles card, it's going to come back around to you. It may be in a different form. All this hard work that has gone into a particular relationship or situation, your career, it could be a family relationship, it could be a number of things. It's a general reading. You've worked hard, you've put a lot of effort into it, and that effort is going to come back around to you. But you have to work on some blocks, some mental blocks that are preventing you from moving forward and accepting new offers. There does seem to be a choice that has to be made, and it may be linked to this Devil energy, where you have to cut something away from your life that is holding you down or holding you back, keeping you small, preventing you from really stepping out of lack consciousness and being able to access the rewards, reap the rewards of the hard work that you've put in, emotionally and physically. Okay, so we have water energy and earth energy there, both. The other card that flew out with the Ten of Pentacles, interestingly, is or the Five of Pentacles, rather, is the Ten of Cups. Ultimate happiness, happy home and family, just deep emotional fulfillment. So it feels like whatever this shadow work is with the Devil energy, with this lack consciousness, with holding on to things from the past or feeling stuck, stagnant emotionally, whatever choice you're making, trust your intuition. Go with your emotional gut instincts here, and know that justice is on your side, and that the energies are coming back around to you and bringing you fulfillment and happiness. That's the message that's coming through there. All right, let's take a look at the bottom of the deck here. The Chariot, Cancer energy. Ten of Cups is also water energy. A lot of water in this reading. So moving forward, balancing masculine and feminine intuition and mental clarity, and moving towards your highest path. Being on track. Chariot on the bottom is a really great sign. It means that you're doing the work. You're doing this hard work. Whatever it is, the shadow work over the Devil there. There's a lot of personal spiritual work that you've been doing here. You're on track. And you are balancing out. Look at that. Beautiful. Sagittarius energy, Temperance. So this angel, she's balancing. She's standing in the water and on the land, and she's mixing these cups. She's alchemizing. Again, finding balance between masculine and feminine, yin and yang, action and receptivity. These polarities, these dualities. Also finding balance in a particular situation or relationship that had felt out of balance. Okay. So there is information coming in here, air energy. So the Knave of Swords. This could also be doing some research or keeping an eye on someone keeping an eye on you, kind of like checking you out from afar, or vice versa. Could be like a new pursuit intellectually. It could be some information that comes in that has to do with this situation. But whatever the situation is, it feels like you're laying down burdens, the Ten of Wands. Like you've been really overburdened. You've been carrying things that aren't yours. This is fire energy. And you need to use your intuition, the High Priestess. You need to, again, this goes to that Chariot. You see, they both have the black and the white. So balancing internal and external, masculine, feminine dualities, the mental and emotional, you know, being able to tune into that intuition deeply and really be guided on your pathway through your sense of intuition, moving forward from that position. It's bringing you joy. It's bringing you to a place of ultimate happiness. The Sun card, Leo energy, happiest card in the tarot deck. Sorry about that. I had to help my daughter. All right, so we're going to go to another deck here. Really beautiful energies for the outcome. There's some challenging energies to be worked through here. It's not surprising. Eclipses are not usually the most gentle experiences. Okay, so we have the Medicine Man, High Priest, or the Magician, depending on the deck. Or so the Magician card is about being the creator or the creatrix of your universe and having all of the elements at your disposal to dream in what it is that you want to create. It's Virgo energy, really beautiful. So yeah, you can create what you want on this, you know, in this reality in your life. You just have to break down some of the patterns and the blocks that are preventing the flow of energy here. To do that, you have to, again, tune into your intuition. So the Moon, Pisces energy, also Cancer. This links to that High Priestess card that we saw under the bottom of the deck. But it is about listening to your dreams. It's about getting in touch with your subconscious patterning and rewiring things in your brain that are unhealthy, like rewriting negative self-talk is a good example. But figuring out some of the subconscious triggers or patterning and then working on it actively and getting in really deeply in touch with that intuitive feminine Moon energy there. Of course, the Moon is coming up here. We have eclipse energy. This is an eclipse reading, so it's not surprising at all to me that the Moon is up. Okay. Ooh. Wow, beautiful. So not only is the Moon up, the star. So the star is about ultimate wish fulfillment, spiritual, like our deepest dreams and desires spiritually coming into fruition, miracles happening. The star is the cosmos aligning, spirit aligning to make something happen for you, a miracle, a dream. It's, yeah, beautiful energy. Okay, so eclipses are also very powerful times to harness this energy of manifesting, the Magician, the star, being able to really communicate with our ancestors and our guides and call in what we want and be able to really create a new cycle, something more healthy through making choices, through severing things and letting go of old patterns, relationships, situations that don't serve us and that block us. We're able to call in this deep, deep spiritual healing. The star is also deeply healing. So then we have the Nine of Wands, or the Nine of Fire, which is about strength. It's traditionally considered the Wounded Warrior card. It means you've been through a lot and you may have some guards up, a wall up. You may be somewhat guarded, protecting yourself, but you have like ascended to the top of the stairway. You're almost at the 10, and don't lose hope now. Continue on because you're almost there, is the message with the Nine of Fire. Also, sometimes we have to lay down some of the wands, like tear down some of our walls emotionally or in other ways for energies to be able to flow. So take that how it resonates. Okay, the bottom of the deck is Integration, which is Temperance. So it's this weaver, this Iktomi woman, this spider woman weaving the beautiful tapestry of life here and finding that balance, finding the ability to weave all of the various experiences and energies in our life into this tapestry. All right, beautiful energy. So that's just a confirmation there of the Temperance energy. Finding balance here. Go ahead and pull a few more tarot cards and then pull some oracle cards. Oh my goodness. Okay, I even knocked my camera. Do we want all of these cards? Okay, so Yes. Here we go. The Tower. So, unsurprisingly, a lot of times, eclipse energy will be very tower-like. It will be surprising. It will feel quick. It will feel shocking. It may not be a bad surprise. It may not be a bad shock, but it will be something that comes in unexpectedly. It's this Uranus energy. Also, Neptune is just moving direct. This is a side note. But things that have felt obscured while Neptune has been retrograding are going to suddenly become clear. And this could also come through in a tower-like moment in this eclipse season, either with this eclipse happening shortly or with the full solar eclipse in Sagittarius happening on December 14th. But I do feel like there's going to be big clarity coming in, maybe a big surprise of some sort. It's paired up right here. It fell out with the Mother of Cups, the Queen of Waters. So we have the King and the Queen of Cups out now. That's a true pair. There's a Ten of Cups there. This may be in relation to some sort of a connection, a romantic connection, partnership that is going through some sort of transformation or a big aha moment, or there's a big shift in energy there. So, yeah, interesting. Like I said, I'm not surprised to see the Tower energy out, just given what's happening astrologically. We're getting a lot of clarity and forward movement here with these eclipses, and it's exposing a lot of shadow that we have the opportunity to heal and integrate and be able to evolve that way. So, I had it the correct way. Okay, so we also have out the Four of Wands, more fire energy, Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. The Four of Wands is about stable foundations. It's about moving towards things that are long-term, have potential to be stable and abundant. And the Ace of Swords is an indicator here with this Two of Swords that wherever there was not clarity, wherever there was confusion or feeling like you couldn't see the whole picture, I feel like this Tower moment is bringing a sense of extreme clarity. Okay, eclipse in Gemini. Gemini is all about seeing things from multiple perspectives, and it's very air mental energy. So this Ace of Swords coming through here, you see the lightning strikes on it. There is clarity here. Whatever this Tower moment is, this aha moment or this surprise, it is bringing a very deep, profound sense of clarity. The Ace of Swords is also success. It's deep knowing. It's being able to move forward like without any doubt in your mind that you're taking the right step. And I do see this step moving towards fulfillment, happiness, stability, you know, all these really beautiful energies, healing with the Star. And you know, with all this kind of subconscious devil energy and the moon, I feel like there's like, that's where the healing is happening. It's in this shadow space that we've been working in pretty intensely through Scorpio season. And now with these eclipses, I feel like we're really like coming to the end of a cycle here with certain patterns for many of us that we've become aware of, that we've been working on. So the bottom of this deck, it's the Two of Swords. So that's up twice. It was the first card out. Again, there is a choice, but there is also clarity, and you will have the clarity to make whatever this choice is, because there's no doubt that you will know how to proceed after this this lightning. You see this double lightning strike. And there's lightning here too, or some sort of like light. It looks like lightning to me. There's a lot of lightning coming in. There's a lot of energy coming in through the crown chakra. Even spiritual downloads. There may be some third eye activation or crown chakra activation going on for some of you, where you're getting direct downloads from spirit. But you're going to know. What I'm saying is that anywhere where you weren't feeling clear, weren't sure which way to go, which sword to choose, what to cut out, you're going to know. It's going to be really clear. So we're going to go ahead and just pull a couple of final oracle cards for this eclipse season. It's a timeless reading, so whenever you feel called to watch it, it may have messages for you. And if you want to find out more about connecting with me on Facebook or Instagram, or getting a personal reading through my website, all that information is in the description box below the video. It really benefits my channel and supports my livelihood if you would like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit the little bell notification to find out when I post new videos. All right, so I pulled the Lamb card. The Lamb is earth energy. It's very gentle, innocent energy. Let's find out more about it. Peaceful, prophetic, and patient. The Lamb is the bearer of an important message. Its contents can only be heard when a deep level of quiet has been established. Lamb energy is the honest guidance you hear from an old friend, a young child, or sometimes a surprising stranger. Though the Lamb's message may channel through another person, the wisdom resonates within you. Okay, so there is the Knave of Swords under there somewhere. So there's like a message coming through. It may be coming through an innocent source, like a source you wouldn't expect, a child, a younger person. The Knaves are younger energy. So yeah, be on the lookout for a message. It will repeat and reverberate until you listen. Approach this gentle creature with utmost patience and reverence. Truth is a gift. We have a lot of truth coming through in this reading. Sit still, listen, and receive. So when in balance, this energy is about knowingness, right? So this sense of inner knowingness and inner peace. When out of balance, it can be quiet, timid, or concerned. There can be an anxious energy there. But meditation and listening can help bring that into balance. So the Lamb energy, be on the lookout for a message from a child, an innocent message coming from a stranger, or some other sort of surprising information coming out of the blue that gives you a newfound sense of knowing and a sense of perspective on a particular relationship situation, any kind of situation that has been making you feel stuck and lack, basically. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pull a Starseed Oracle as we like to close out this reading. What information from Cosmic Consciousness do we need to know about this eclipse portal, starting with the Gemini partial lunar eclipse? All right, we have baby steps. Okay, well, those words came out of my mouth recently. Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. Starting from where we're at, taking small, actionable steps towards what we want or what we feel called to do, even if it feels big or overwhelming, right? Taking that first step. Working with what we have and taking the first step. So we can read a little bit more about that energy. Definitely think shadow work is about baby steps. It's about being gentle with ourselves and looking at these old deep wiring and patterns and being able to take baby steps of action towards rewiring any ways of thinking or acting or being in the world that are blocking us from our spiritual path. You're being called to take grounded action in response to your soul's calling, to start where you are and begin building in a consistent way. So many people stop themselves from living a soul-led life because they're waiting to know the destination before taking the first step. But intuition doesn't work like that. Our soul is always calling us every moment of every day, right? We have a lot of intuitive cards here. We have the Moon, we have the Four of Cups, we had the High Priestess under there. We have a lot of cards that are asking us to really tune into our deeper intuitive abilities. The way to find yourself living in harmony with the cosmos is to listen to your soul's baby calls and whispers each and every day, and to take grounded action in the direction of those calls and whispers. You're being encouraged to start small, bite-sized, to put one foot in front of the other, to do one thing every day, to break things down into achievable tasks. Time on Earth goes slower than on other planets. This may cause frustration for some starseeds who can expect a faster pace of manifestation and thus give up before the seeds begin to sprout. That 9 of fire energy. Don't give up before you're like almost there. If you resonate with that, it's time to opt for consistency over urgency. Time to take baby steps in the direction of your calling. This hard work, this 8 of Pentacles, slow but steady action. To remember that you don't need to have it all figured out or know exactly where the path is leading for you. You don't have to know every single step along the way before you set out on your journey. You just need to take the first step. So I hope that resonates for you. We're going to go ahead and pull one final card from the Earth Warrior Oracle deck. Get some indigenous wisdom here. What message would like to come through to close out this reading for the Eclipse portal at the end of 2019. All right, 2 cards. Well, we'll take them. Okay. So we have Elhaz, that elk energy, divine might, foretold, divine masculine, yang energy. There's also an intuitive aspect component. You see the third eye activation there with the moon. And then we have Pono Pono, immeasurable power of the heart way, which has to do with a way of being in relation to the world where you're constantly both asking for and offering forgiveness and gratitude. So some people may be familiar with Ho'oponopono. It's a practice in Hawaiian. We will read more about these beautiful cards. Okay, and they are 31 and 27. So 4 is about stability, stable foundations, and 2 and 7 is 9. So the end of a cycle, like that 9 of fire there. We're coming to the end, the closeout of a cycle here so that another can begin. Let's go ahead and find out a little bit more about these 2 cards. So, Elhaz, divine might foretold. You know what is correct. You understand that any gain which comes from denying your values and compromising yourself creates a loss of soul. There are times when it may seem as though people who act without integrity are obtaining benefit without negative repercussions. We talked about that with the 5 of Pentacles there. Like if there's an unfair situation, life can seem unfair if you limit yourself to a strictly human perspective, yet nothing escapes the attention of the spiritual worlds. Restorative action and balancing fairness is always in action at a higher level, right? We have the Temperance out twice. That's about spiritual balance. That's like the angels, the spiritual guides coming in and helping us balance things in this physical manifestation. And there's also that Justice card under there. So again, that's like spiritual, cosmic balance, cosmic justice. So stay true to your integrity. Put your faith in divine justice, and you will win in a way that brings benefit to many. Well, that definitely is a message that already came through this reading. Don't let yourself down with behavior or attitudes that are unworthy of you. You have divinity within you and a right to be in the world with dignity, grace, and integrity. Whether in a small matter of apparent insignificance to anyone other than yourself, or in big matters where you feel your soul, and perhaps the soul of others are on the line, integrity will be your saving grace. You can be kind of heart, but also firm as you refuse to allow anyone or anything to convince you that lowering your standards of acceptable behavior is warranted. Be in right relationship with yourself and the divine. Justice will always be done whether you see it happening or not. Put your faith in the good and true, and you will successfully continue on your path. Others are relying on you to be true to yourself more than you may realize. So this is a Norse runic teaching of Elhaz, the elk wisdom. Elk is about integrity, being on the right side of spiritual laws. So this is about grace, power, luck, energy. This is about an increase in your luck or your haminja, and in your capacity to impart your spiritual energy into your communities. All right, so this is a really beautiful card. It's a card of standing out, of having spiritual power, of being able to provide service to your community and the world at large. And it's also about trusting that even when things don't seem fair, that there is cosmic justice at play. Okay, and then we've got Pono Pono. Immeasurable power of the heart way. That heart chakra opening, that rainbow. Ooh, and the moon above her head. The heart has the power to heal in a way that the mind cannot understand. Do not allow your mind to distract or frighten you. You are a beautiful child of the universe, and divine love lives within your heart. A willing heart is all that you need to transform any situation that is troubling you. Recognizing this power does not evoke feelings of pressure or anxiety, but rather of peace and joy. Lightness of heart and relief of mind are here for you now. The divine within your heart has the power to transform a situation. Do not be intimidated or think it is too much for you or the divine to handle. Do not allow yourself to intellectualize or analyze a situation to the point of feeling confused or paralyzed. Healing through the heart or on any and all issues that have plagued you or a loved one can and will happen. Let your heart feel the faith it needs to feel so it can rest in joy. Divine healing wants to flow abundantly for you. Open up to receive it without hesitation or condition. Maybe that star energy. Spirit wants to pour this divine healing, miraculous energy down on you. Pono in the Hawaiian tradition has deep and multiple meanings, one expression of which is the return to order. There is a perfection of peace, beauty, and fulfillment that the divine has planned for the lives of all beings. Through the use of human free will, we have at times moved away from what is the divine plan, stumbled on the path, and become ensnared in suffering and frightening delusion. The divine dwells in your heart as a healing power and wisdom which tenderly alleviates suffering, liberating the mind and soul. This is the immeasurable power of the heart way. In the Hawaiian tradition from which it emerges, it is known as ho'oponopono, or to set things right. The heart power thrives through this simple 4-step practice. The practice itself is not to be approached by the mind, but rather by the heart. So step 1 is acknowledging that you are sorry. Step 2, asking for forgiveness. Step 3, saying thank you, offering gratitude. And step 4, I love you, an outpouring of love. So I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. Ho'oponopono. Well, I hope that was a useful and timely message for those of you that felt moved to watch this video whenever you do feel called to watch it. And I look forward to connecting with you next time. Please take care. Aho, walk in beauty.